Hey guys, it's Cugsly, and welcome back to another video. So, I'm recording this because I have a story to tell. This has been on my mind for a day or two now, like 2 days now, and I just need to get it out because it's really getting me. And I want this to serve as almost like a precautionary tale, if you will, for children, because let's be honest, as much as I want to live in the fantasy world, that yeah, no kids watch my content because I am so fucking not kid friendly. It's, you know, fuck McTits shit, right? Unfortunately, unfortunately, that's not the case, and I'm sad about that, but I need to come to terms with it. So let this be a cautionary tale to some of you guys. So it all started like 2 days ago. I was in VR chat, I was having a good time. It was nice. I was in Among Us, I was with my friend. We're all having pretty good amounts of fun. I was Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. He was himself, so that was pretty cool. And we were all just kind of vibing, playing Among Us and yelling at people, saying, "Hey, you're sus, don't vent." Yeah. And so that was an exciting time, right? And everything's going well too. And then suddenly I feel like a shake in reality. I feel a disturbance in the force. I literally feel time and space bend around one particular person. And I look at him, and it's fucking Gregory from Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. I shit you not, there is literally a prepubescent kid dressed as that fucking kid, and god damn it if his voice did not match his avatar. It was horrible. I will never look at that game the same way again, because after I encountered him, I thought to myself, oh well, that's a nice kid, I guess. He's a kid. He hasn't done anything horrible yet, so hey, more power to him. And then I swear to God, as if fucking jinxed, I mean literally as if the universe thought it'd be funny to toy with my emotions, this kid literally just explodes. I mean, goes ballistic. Starts saying shit I didn't know a fucking like 14 or 10-year-old kid could do. Literally just starts like spewing out slurs and like bigoted shit, almost like it's a bingo game. I swear to God, if this was a bingo game, he wouldn't just win like the single card. This kid would literally win the entire match, would win the whole fucking night. This kid would literally fill out other people's cards in one fell swoop. I mean, talk about dedication to the craft. It's almost impressive, right? I mean, it's like, I'm obviously not going to replicate that, but my God, if it wasn't a sight to behold. And so, obviously, everyone in the server hated him because it's like, hey, kid, you're a bear. Fuck me. Don't fuck me. So, everyone in the server's like, hey, kid, maybe you shouldn't be extremely racist. I mean, literally, think about like the most vile shit you can say, and this kid literally said it. I'm not joking. I swear to God, this kid could have been the fucking like Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan, and I wouldn't even question it. I'd say, you know what? I kind of saw that one coming. And so, everyone in the server is like despises this kid, like really fucking hates him. And even I kind of hate him a little bit, but I'm like, you know what? No. I'm going to be the bigger person, because as you know, I am a awesome, responsible and mature adult. And so, I walk up to him and I'm like, hey there. Hello there, child. How are you doing? Okay, maybe I'm not that softly spoken. Like, hey kid, how old are you? And so he's like, I'm 19, and I'm like, bullshit, you're 19. How old are you? And he's like, and I want to say, like, are you like 10 or something? He's like, no, I'm 14. I'm like, yeah, that's easy. See, if I say that someone is younger than they are and they're below the age of like 16, they're gonna fucking correct. He's like, ooh, I'm not that young. So kind of reverse psychology there. But I'm like, okay, so you're 14 years old. I'll take your word for it. Unfortunately, that kind of hurts to listen to. Do you understand what you're saying? And this kid's like, oh yeah, I understand. And I'm like, do you really though? Like, why are you doing this? And then he's like, I'm like, okay, come on, you got this. Speak English. Try any level of communication past kindergarten. Do you think this is funny? And you know, he's like, yeah, I think it's hilarious. And I'm like, okay, okay, okay. Now, did you know that comedy has rules? Do you know why it's funny? Like, could you literally give me one reason why you think what you're doing is funny? And you know, he couldn't give a single one. And this kid, this legend, he responds to me with the most power move response I think I've ever heard. He just calls me the N-word, and I'm like, hey, yeah, I did sense a disease in him. It's, yeah, he just called me that, and I was like, well, don't know if you know this, but you're morally wrong, literally wrong, and you're societally wrong all at once. Congratulations, one word has invalidated your existence. Do you want to try again? I feel like we got off on the wrong foot. Why is this funny? And this kid, he responds again with an even with an even more potent answer. Instead, he just says, "You are an N-word," and I'm like, "Oh, fuck me." It's if I had doubts before, yeah, he might have just convinced me. I mean, goddamn. And so yeah, I'm shocked. I mean, I am bamboozled. This man literally just like re-identified my existence. And so I kind of give up trying to explain to him the error of his ways. I'm just like, hey kid, listen, you're going into high school presumably if you're actually 14. Just keep in mind that you are not going to enjoy yourself at this point in your life. You really should, you know, kind of fix yourself up here. I don't know. Try to be less racist. That'd be a good start. You see, you think it's funny, and I know where you're coming from. You think edgy is funny because it's a shock value thing. That's usually what it ends up being. Didn't mean to do that. So you usually, when you're being edgy, it's like, oh wow, it's funny because it's shocking, and that's where the funny comes from. And that can be a piece of comedy, but I wouldn't necessarily go and call that the actual crux of the joke. Like, you're not gonna say, hey, knock knock, who's there? I raped a fucking baby. Like, you're not gonna say that. I don't think that's gonna count as very comedic, right? So, you know, I feel like there's a bit more than the shock value. And so I just told this kid, like, hey, listen, man, you think it's funny now, but you're gonna look back on this when you're like 28 and you're gonna say, dear fucking God, I was like that. Or you're gonna say, haha, power move, black people, am I right? Like, you're just gonna really go down the rabbit hole. I'm not quite sure which one. I hope it's not that, but, you know, we'll figure it out. And so I leave, right? Actually, he ends up killing me because he was the imposter, by the way. Yeah, I mean, talk about, like, incriminating yourself and then also being a fucking criminal while you're at it, too. So that happened. And so I die, and I'm in the lobby, right? And I hear my poor friend having to deal with this kid, and my God. So for those of you who don't know, my friend is pretty calm. He's a pretty cool guy, right? You know, he keeps his cool pretty nicely. There's a reason I turned that down. But who turned that off? Okay. But yeah, it's my friend's a pretty chill guy, you know. He doesn't really get too angry or really anything. But my God, did this man blow up? I swear to God, I swear to all that is holy when I say that I have never seen someone so infuriated before. It was Oh, you. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. So, yeah, no, I mean, I have never seen a man so infuriated by someone's existence as my friend to that kid. I swear to God, my friend literally wished upon this kid testicular cancer so he'd never have to witness this man's children, or this kid's children. This man literally said, I hope your parents die in a fire and you have to say, fuck me! This man literally wished this kid's parents to die in a fire and have the kid sit and watch. I mean, I don't blame him, because my God, was that kid a really bad person. I was like, shit, fuck me. And this kid, I swear, nothing phases him. Literally nothing phases him. Because this stuff happened, right? He basically just had someone say, I hope that you die in the most painful way possible, alone and covered in rotten fish. And this kid was like, oh, so you're black. And it was just like, what? How did you deduce that? How did you actually deduce that? Like, I don't understand. I don't know if he's I don't know if he's okay. If I don't know whose fault it is. I don't know if someone hurt the kid, but I mean he's really he was just antagonistic like you wouldn't believe. And so that happened. I literally watched a 19-year-old man completely lose his shit at this kid. That's just how provocative this kid is. I have never seen my friend go that ballistic apeshit crazy until then. I'm genuinely impressed. And so what we do is I'm like, okay, listen, Sam, I know you're angry. I know you're angry, but hear me out, all right? We're just gonna like we're gonna vote the kid out consistently until they leave. I already told him that I basically walked the kid and said, hey, you know everyone in the server hates you, right? Is this really how you want to how you want to exist? Like, is this how you want to represent yourself, or do you think that maybe there's something more to social interactions than just literally making every single person hate you? And he was like, yeah, no, I kind of like this. You know what? Shut up, black person. I'm like, for the last time, no, never mind, never mind. It's fine. It's fine. He didn't say that, though. He definitely said a more racially charged word, but I'm trying not to do that, you know? Yeah. So either way, though, I'm like, all right, fine. I'll leave you to it. Let's just make sure that this game is unplayable for you, so at least you're not with us anymore. And so we do that, and that was pretty good. And that's the end of the story. I never saw that kid again, thankfully. And I hope that he's doing better for himself. Not well. He seemed like he was doing all right as it was, but to the detriment of literally everyone else. So I hope he's doing better for himself and for others. But so here's my cautionary tale, if you will. If you think edgy humor is funny, it's hilarious. But there's a nuance to it. It's not just saying, haha, guess what? Knock knock. Who's there? I just raped your parents. It's not that, because that's not funny. That's just vile. It's like, oh, thank God my parents are raped. I was worried that I was gonna get through the week without that happening. No one's gonna say that. They're gonna say, what's wrong with you, right? And so there's more to comedy than just shock value. And I don't even know if I'm going the right way. I don't think I'm going the right way. I went the right way. Okay, that's cool. And so a good thing to think about is this, right? When you're dealing with edgy comedy or like dark comedy, it really is more than just a shock value. The edgy comedy that works the best is the comedy that's not edgy just to fuck people up and to make fun of people. Usually it's the comedy that's making fun of a horrible injustice, right? Like the foundation for most really good jokes work in that they're not making fun of the group of people that are like marginalized or oppressed or something. Oh, you son of a bitch. You fucking bastard. You piece of shit. You fucking slimy skeletal bitch. Fuck you. Alright, I didn't think I'd survive that. But surely fuck! That was not an invisible man. Good. Yeah. So as I was saying, usually the dark humor is making fun of the problem itself and pointing out the absurdity or like the ridiculousness of it. Right? And so that's where I've noticed a lot of people go wrong. Oh no. I didn't think this through. There's a glitch in the game. But yeah. So moral of the story, if you're young and trying to do funny comedy because edgy is funny, no, edgy isn't funny. It's just a tool to use to make fun of sensitive topics by pointing out how bad they are in a hope to bring societal awareness to them to actually fix the problem by showing that's a stupid problem, that shouldn't exist, let's fix it, right? So there's that. Don't be an edgy 14-year-old kid. Saying a bunch of racial slurs is not funny, and there are extremely few contexts where it can be used, and even fewer contexts where it can actually be funny while being used. I can only think of one context where it can be used. I've yet to think of one where it's funny and it does not detriment someone else's a character or well-being. So there we go. I think that's about it for the video. Thank you for watching. And yeah. So with that, knock knock. Who's there? Sprinkles on my titties. Fuck my grandmother. Haha. Shock.